Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Sayang mag-ibig, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib ay buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng pag-ibig, sa manlulupig, di ka masisingin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo ikaw, may tinatawag tunakan, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang bisag ng wataran mo'y tanong ay narating, ang bituin na parang niyang kailan ka may di magiging. Tumanang araw ng walang ibang sila, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya ng pagka'y kalapit, namamatay ng dahil sa'yo. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you in all the lovely things so fine and true. I see you in the beauty of the flowers and the rain. I see you between the lines of a sweet refrain. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you. Even when I'm lonely and in pain, I see you in the beauty of the stars at night. I see you in my life, I feel alright. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. Katang tayong di, Pangasinan yang hinabing. Daan mo tani aligwas, liwag kunawan. Dan puso Pangasinan, ang kanalingwanan. Luya't kuyani anakan, penegakkan yaman. Ang panaliwas muna kaya nagdala, kasih panuling magulang. Kay pagkakas sa pinatay nalilig na, labot na namapresika. Kay kayat mo nang may nasaktan sa yaman, sagdan nakakalan niyan. Karuyang tansamping mo Pangasinan, pagyan sa lawas bantayan. Lawas na kanitang turo Pangasinan, arawan ka na mayumuan. Anang ang pupumbya wala na bangunan, hindi kinuntod siyo kaman. Pangasinan, luyang minanyaman. Dumating na ang bagong pag-asa ng ating bansang sinisigla. Ang
You, ladies and gentlemen, you may all please be seated now. Thank you. Good morning again po sa lahat. Kumusta po kayo? Medyo malayo-layo ang Alaminos City, pero maganda. Yun po. So ako po, ang legal name ko, I am Dr. Maria Josefina Abilay, legal name, Nenet for short. Ako po ang Regional Director ng Department of Science and Technology in Mimaropa Region, yung Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, Palawan. Yun po. Ako po ang inyong Master of Ceremonies for this morning only. But I have received instructions that our very VIPs will stay on the ground, on the floor. So hindi ko na po sila tatawagin dito. Ang ating po mga very VIPs are no less than the Honorable Mayor himself of the host city, Mayor Arthur F. Celeste. Palakpakan po natin si Mayor. Salamat po sa inyong generosity sa pag-support sa aming activity. At ang ating pong Undersecretary for Regional Operations, ang boss po namin, mga Regional Director, si Yusek Brenda Nazareth Manzano. Ang ating pong Vice President, tama ba yun? Vice President ng DOST-Philippines, National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines, Dr. Fabian Dairit. Ang lead organizer po ng Luzon Cluster na DOST Regional Offices, ang Regional Director po ng DOST Region 1, Dr. Arman Ganal. Na nag-celebrate po ng birthday kahapon. So, yun po. Isang bagsak ng pagbati kay RD Arman. Happy birthday, RD Arman. Yan. May all your dreams come true. Yun, ang wish ko sa iyo. At yung mga ibang fellow RDs, mamaya na lang daw kayo. So, today po, we begin the Luzon Regional Scientific Meeting, or RSM for short, a prelude to the 41st Annual Scientific Meeting organized by the National Academy of Science and Technology. Dr. Ningning, bakit nandiyan ka? Yung pong director ng pinakapunong abala, wala kasi dito. Si Dr. Ningning, Luningning Samarita Domingo, andun po siya. O, kaway ka naman dyan. Yan. Diyan ka kasi eh. Diyan. So, I was saying, ito po ang prelude sa 41st Annual Scientific Meeting organized nga po by the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines in partnership with the DOST Luzon Cluster Regional Offices led by the host, DOST Region 1, with the theme Caring for Our Country's Carrying Capacity. Yun po. So now in its third year, the regional scientific meetings are being conducted in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao are in support of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's administration's thrust of bringing science initiatives closer to the different regions of the country. But before that, may we first listen to the welcome message of our host, no less than the Mayor of Alaminos City, Mayor Arthur F. Celeste. Let us give him a big round of applause.
Ang Alaminos City ngayon, nagsimula ang lahat sa isang simple at munting pangarap nang maupo bilang ama ng lungsod ng Alaminos, si Mayor Art Celeste, taong 2013. Ang simple at payak na lungsod ngayon ay nagbagong anyo na at nagkaroon na rin sa wakas ng mga magaganda at dekalidad na pasilidad para sa lahat. Katulad ng People's Park na nagsisilbing pasyalan ng mga pamilya at mga magkakaibigan pagkatapos magsimba at maaari ding magsalo ng hapunan sa malawak na food court sa loob nito. Ang state-of-the-art Don Leopoldo Season Convention Center ay lugar kung saan ginaganap ang mga malalaking events, conventions at activities, di lamang ng ating syudad, kundi maging sa ibang lugar. Ito ay fully air-conditioned at maaring makapagkasya ng 1,800 na katao. Ang Children's Park and Activity Center naman ay nagsisilbing playground para sa mga bata. Dito rin makikita ang Office of the Person with Disabilities Affairs kung saan tinutulungang maging produktibo ang mga kababayan nating may kapansanan. Kabilang ang Alaminos City Sports Complex sa mga malalaking infra projects na nagawa dito sa syudad. Ito ang nagsisilbing lugar para sa mga sports activities at training ground para sa ating mga kabataan upang higit pang mahasa ang kanilang husay at galing sa larangan ng sports. Ito din ay fully air-conditioned upang maging komportable sa mga gagamit nito. Prioridad din ni Mayor Art ang pagkakaroon ng ligtas na mga pamayanan sa syudad. Kaya noong Enero ng taong 2016, ay sinimulan nitong isakatuparan ang pagpapatayo ng mga pabahay sa pamamagitan ng Core Shelter Assistance Program. Sa ngayon ay umaabot na sa 145 housing units sa 3 magkakaibang sites, kabilang dito ang Sitio Santo Rosario sa Barangay Lucac, Sitio Lomos sa Barangay Pangapisan, kung saan napatayuan na rin ng isang elementary school, at sa Barangay Victoria, Telbang. Pinaunlad din ng mahal na alkalde ang Maria Valdez Cornelio Technodemo Farm na matatagpuan sa Barangay Tangkarang. Dito nakatayo ang 100 Islands Ikawayan Factory, kung saan pinagyayaman ang bamboo industry ng syudad upang makapagbigay dagdag trabaho para sa ating mga kababayan at mga maliliit na bamboo growers at makatulong sa pangangalaga ng ating kalikasan. Makikita din dito ang makulay na orkidaryo ng syudad na naglalaman ng iba't ibang makukulay na mga bulaklak at nagiging paborito na ring benchmarking sites ng mga LGUs, mga mag-aaral, iba't ibang malalaking organisasyon, kooperatiba at iba pang mga sektor sa buong bansa. Dahil sa husay at dedikasyon ng lokal na pamahalaan sa pangangalaga ng mga bakawan o mangroves, ay pinondohan ng Metro Pacific Investment Corporation ang pagpapatayo ng Mangrove Propagation and Information Center o MPIC sa mismong Mangrove Eco Park, ang kauna-unahan sa Luzon. Noong taong 2014, Ilan sa kanyang nagawa ay ang pagsasaayos sa mga pasilidad pang-turismo, kagaya ng pagpapaganda sa Lupa Park na paboritong pook pasyalan ng mga bisita upang magbanding at magsaya. Pamoso din ang Koi and Bonsai Garden na tinaguri ang selfie capital ng buong syudad dahil sa pambihira nitong architectural design na wangis sa mga small miniature ng ating mga isla. Dahil sa mga developments sa ating mga isla at dahil sa pinaigting na protection and conservation efforts sa ating coastal waters, ay naging paboritong daungan ng mga cruise ships ang ating 100 Islands National Park at nakilala na rin itong paboritong cruise ship destination in Asia. Kalaunan ay binuo ang Task Force Isla na siyang 24/7 na nangangasiwa sa patuloy na pagpapaigting ng implementasyon sa protection and conservation ng ating likas na yaman. Higit sa lahat ay ang pagkakaroon ng syudad ng isang pilgrim site kung saan ang 55 feet na imahe ni Hesus Kristong tagapagligtas ay makikita sa tuktok ng Pilgrimage Island. Sa ngayon, paborito itong puntahan ng mga deboto mula sa iba't ibang panig ng bansa dahil sa 12 Stations of the Cross na makikita dito. Isama pa ang pagkakataon na matanaw ang kagandahan ng mga isla na animoy paraiso para sa lahat. Dahil sa lahat ng mga pagbabago na ito ay nakapagtala ng mahigit kumulang 250,000 turista at 51 million na kita mula sa 6 million noong taong 2013 bago siya maupong alkalde ng syudad. Sa maikling panahon, walang patik ang asenso at damang-dama ang tuloy-tuloy na progreso sa syudad ng Alaminos. Patunay nito ang makarangalang iginawad sa syudad. Seal of Good Local Governance, Seal of Child-Friendly Local Governance, Kapit-Bisig Award at marami pang iba dahil sa nagkakaisang damdamin at adhikain ng mga mamamayan sa pamumuno ng butihing ama ng syudad, kagalang-galang Arthur Del Fierro Celeste, na nagpakita ng tunay na kalinga sa barangay at nagparamdam na ang Alaminos City ay tunay na para sa lahat.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako po ay humingi ng paumanhin at ako po ay na-late ng konti, ma'am, sirs, dahil sa dami po ng ating bisita sa ating, alam nyo naman po, panahon ng eleksyon at lahat po ng mga kandidato at mga botante ay busy. So, humingi din po ako ng paumanhin dahil hindi na ho sana ako talaga makapunta ngayon sa araw na ito, sa ating okasyon, dahil po mayroon akong malaking rally sa bayan ng Villasis, pero pinuntahan po ako ni Direktor Ganal kahapon sa aking opisina. At ako naman po ay nahihiya dahil napakalaki po ng suporta ng DOST sa siyudad ng Alaminos at sa probinsya ng Pangasinan. So, kami po ay tumatanaw ng utang na loob sa DOST dahil sa inyong napakalaking tulong sa aming minamahal na lungsod. So, bago po ang lahat, gusto ko pong bigyang galang at bigyang pugay ang lahat ng mga nandito po ngayon Nandito po ang ating pinakamamahal at mabait na Undersecretary Yusek Brenda Nazaret Mansano. Ma'am, welcome back to Alaminos. Last year, nandito na naman po kayo. At syempre po, gusto ko pong bigyang galang at bigyang pugay ang aming napakabait na Regional Director Armando Ganal, sir. Hindi ko na po isa-isahin ang lahat ng mga nandito ngayon dahil napakarami po ng mga regional directors and top executives ng DOST dahil baka po may makalimutan ako. So, at syempre po, yung mga nandito ngayon na nakikipag-participate sa napakahalagang pagpupulong ninyo sa araw na ito. Andito po ang ating mga national scientists, ang mga academicians, representatives from state universities, at ang mga LGUs. So, ako lang po ay magpapasalamat. At syempre, I have to welcome each and every one of you, and it is with great pride and honor na pinili nyo po ang aming probinsya, pinili nyo po ang aming lungsod para po pagdausan natin ng isang napakalaking meeting na kung saan mapag-usapan po natin ang pwede nating maitulong sa ating minamahal na bansa. And our theme for today is caring for the country's carrying capacity. So alam ko po na panahon na rin na kailangan magtulong-tulong ang lahat ng sektor ng ating bayan para po mabigyan natin ng pansin ang lahat ng lumalabas na problema sa ating bansa. So, dito po sa aming lungsod, kami po ay nagagalak, kami po ay natutuwa dahil syempre pinili po nyo ang aming lungsod para pagdausan ninyo ng napakahalagang meeting na ito. Hindi po na tinatanaw po namin ito na isang malaking pagpapasalamat sa inyo. At gusto ko na rin pong magpasalamat sa DOST dahil hindi po sa buong Primero Distrito, alam ko naman po na nararamdaman namin ang programa ng ating gobyerno, lalong-lalo na ang DOST. Dito po sa aming lungsod, recipient po kami ng napakaraming programa ng DOST. Kung pupunta po kayo doon sa Lookup Park, makikita nyo po ang isang store doon na minamanage ng mga PWDs. No, lahat po ng produkto ng Pangasinan na food products o local products ng Pangasinan ay binebenta po doon at ito po ang tulong at inisyatibo ng isa ang kapartner natin, ang DOST. So maraming salamat po, DOST. Recipient din po ako ng PCARD under ng DOST. So alam po ninyo, ang siyudad ng Alaminos, napakaswerte po namin dahil we have the famous 100 Islands. Pero dahil po sa DOST, again, recipient po kami ng coral transplantation sa buong isla. So nagtanim po tayo ng 30,000 fragments ng corals dyan sa 100 Islands. Tinurn over po sa amin ng DOST yan nung nakumpleto namin ang 30,000 fragments. At natutuwa naman po kami dahil yung mga tinanim namin ng corals dyan sa 100 Islands ay malalaki na po. Siguro mga half meter na yung mga tinanim nating 30,000 fragments of corals dyan. At dahil po doon, nung tinurn over po sa amin ng programang ito, kasama po namin ang Pangasinan State Universities dito. Maraming salamat din. Ewan ko po kung meron tayong mga taga-state universities dito. So kami po yung mga nagtanim ng 30,000 fragments dyan. At gusto ko rin ipaalam sa inyo, sir, hindi po nasayang ang pera na binigay ninyo sa aming lungsod dahil po sa programang yon, pinagpatuloy po namin araw-araw ang pagtatanim ng coral sa isla. So, sa panahon po ngayon, siguro 60,000 na po ang naitanim namin. Nag-compose ako ng isang team ng LGU, Pangasinan State University, DNR. Ang task po ng mga ito ay magtatanim ng corals every day. 300 fragments every day. Kaya ganun po, we need to protect also the island dahil yan lang po ang nakita naming isang napakalaking tulong na naibibigay sa aming lungsod at sa aming probinsya actually. Dahil the tourism industry is booming because of the 100 islands. So, kailangan po namin itong proteksyonan. Hindi po namin ito kino-commercialize. Kung titignan po ninyo, kung pupunta kayo dyan sa isla, wala kayong masyadong makikitang water activities. Ang pinayagan lang namin dyan, 2 jet ski, 4 na banana boat, 1 parasailing, 1 helmet diving. Wala na pong, hindi po namin inopen sa water activity, water sports or activities dahil alam ko po na masisira yung isla. Dahil unang-una, sa dami na nang pumupunta dyan, our tourist arrival for a year is more or less 600,000 na po kami. So, kailangan talaga po sabayan din natin ng protection ang isla. And the number one problem sa isla is waste management. Actually, yun ang nakita naming pinaka-problema doon. How would you imagine 600,000 people visiting the island every year at nagdadala ng basura doon? Pero meron po kaming ginawang scheme dyan. So we require all the tourists to bring back their trash. Kaya ang ginawa namin, if you are going to the island in a group, bibigyan namin kayo ng 2 trash bag. Isang nabubulok at isang hindi nabubulok. And you have to deposit 200 pesos. At pagbalik ninyo with your trash, you can get back your 200 pesos. At meron kayong libreng 2 entrance pagbalik ninyo sa 100 Islands. So nakita po namin, napakagandang programa yon. At dati, nung kami lang po ang naghahakot ng basura dyan, nahihirapan talaga kami. But with that scheme, so naging maganda naman po, almost half ng basura namin dyan ay naibabalik mismo ng mga turista. So, yun po ang, ito po ang aming lungsod at wini-welcome ko po kayo. I welcome all of you. Sana po with your short stay in our city and in our province, may enjoy nyo po ang aming probinsya at ang aming lungsod. Sana po makapasyal din kayo lahat sa not only in Alaminos but there are some neighboring towns. Dahil our district, just to give you some information, ang Pangasinan po, we have 6 district all in all. So ito pong distrito namin, this is a coastal district. Ang ibig pong sabihin na lahat po ng bayan ay nasa dagat at lahat po ito ay may mga white sand beaches. So ito po yung tourism hub talaga ng Northern Luzon dahil magaganda po ang beach namin dito. Parang Boracay, but a small version of Boracay. Lalo-lalo na sa Anda and the town of Bulinaw. And we also have the University of the Philippines in Bulinaw na doon po ay kukuhan sila ng mga giant clams. We have also giant clams in Alaminos and in Bulinaw. So yung gusto ko rin pong masaya din po kung iparating sa inyo na because of that coral project ng DOST, meron ding pumasok dito. Of course, in partnership with UP also. Yun naman po yung natural way of planting corals. Yung tinatawag nila, may tinatawag sila larvae. At it is supported by an Australian scientist na naglalagay sila ng parang larvae na tinatawag, parang fingerless daw ng corals. At our plan is talagang tataniman namin lahat ng coastal area namin ng corals dito sa First District ng Pangasinan. And Director, I'm also happy to inform you na with that coral project na in-start natin sa syudad ng Alaminos, other LGUs gusto na rin po nilang gayahin yung ginawa natin. Yung Bani, bayan ng Bani, the mayor asked me that kung pwede natin silang tulungan with this project. So yun lang po ang aking sasabihin sa inyong lahat. I welcome all of you sa ngalan po ng aming minamahal na lungsod. Wini-welcome po namin kayo at sana po ang gagawin natin sa siyudad ng Alaminos ng 2 araw o 3 araw, it will be a fruitful meeting for the sake of our country, for the sake of our region, for the sake of our province, and of course, especially the city of Alaminos. Maraming salamat po. Welcome po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Mayor Arthur, for the heartwarming message. Congratulations po. Congratulations for all the wonderful endeavors that gathered awards for the city. Palakpakan po natin muli si Mayor sa mga awards na kanyang hinakot para sa Alaminos City. And salamat din po, Mayor, sa mga possible tourist destinations dito sa Alaminos City. Pagkatapos po ng trabaho, tourist na kami. Kahapon po, nagapunta na ako sa Lookout Wharf. Maganda. Benchmarking po namin, maganda yung wharf nyo. Pwedeng ilagay sa Puerto Princesa, El Nido o Coron. May natutunan na ako, Mayor, kahapon. Kasi marami din po kaming islands. Maganda yung wharf nyo. Picture-picture po kami doon. Yun po. So congratulations po muli at salamat. Napaka-heartwarming ng message nyo. Ngayon naman po, to give the opening message in behalf of DOST-Philippines President Academician Rodora V. Asanza, let me call on DOST-Philippines Vice President Academician Dr. Fabian M. Dairit for the opening message. Let us give a round of applause.
Alaminos Mayor, Arthur Celeste. Maraming salamat po sa inyong hospitality and congratulations in advance for all of your successes and wish you more success in the future. Department of Science and Technology, Undersecretary Brenda Nazareth Manzano. Colleagues in the Academy. And I will, since minsan lang naman pupunta dito yung Academy, gusto ko sanang pakilala sila at sana isa-isang tatayo. So, gusto kong pakilala National Scientist Lourdes Cruz. Academician Eufemio Rasco Jr. Academician Ernesto Del Rosario. Academician Virginia Cuevas. Academician Cesar Saloma, Academician Jose Maria Balmaceda, Academician Rafael Guerrero III, Academician Asuncion Raimundo, Academician Evelyn May Texon Mendoza, Academician Victor Amoroso, Academician Porfinio Alinio, Academician Ruben Villarreal, corresponding member Reynaldo Villarreal. All our distinguished resource persons for this regional scientific meeting and DOST officials na pakilala ni USEC, personnel, participants, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ipakilala ko lang, the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines is mandated to advise the President and his Cabinet, as well as the Legislature and Judiciary on matters related to science and technology. Ang NAST ay tinatag by Presidential Decree in 1977. On behalf of the Academy, I would like to thank all of you for attending this Luzon Regional Scientific Meeting here in Alaminos, Pangasinan. This is the second this year in the series of NAST Regional Scientific Meetings. The 3 regional scientific meetings are in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao and are held in preparation for the 41st Annual Scientific Meeting, which will be conducted in July in Manila. An important area of concern to the Philippines today is our achievement of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, which are part of a global call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure peace and prosperity. With the theme for this year, Caring for Our Country's Carrying Capacity, the 41st Annual Scientific Meeting, as well as the 3 regional scientific meetings, highlight 3 of the 17 goals, which are goal number 4, quality education, goal number 12, responsible consumption and production, and goal number 14, life below water. We are now facing the opportunities and challenges from the 4th Industrial Revolution. And these challenges include the rise of limited resources, environmental degradation, and technological advancement affecting what humans do, how we consume things, and develop our skills and careers. So there are many opportunities, but these opportunities will not be fulfilled if we do not meet these challenges. With this reality, the Academy believes that it is important to talk about recommendations on how to sustain our present environment for the benefit of future generations. The scientific meetings revolve around 3 topics, which we will be discussing today and tomorrow. Plastic waste, which highlights the major concern regarding plastic pollution and management of plastic. Sustainable marine food security, which highlights the ways to sustainably manage marine food resources. And sustainable education, talent development, and retention, which highlights the capacity of our country to train, retain, and employ our human resources. We are gathered today to discuss major and pressing issues related to science and technology and review our performance with respect to these 3 goals, and to draft policies and action plans and other recommendations for our country's effective attainment of these 3 goals. So at the end of this meeting, we will gather recommendations from this group, as we will do in other regional scientific meetings, so that we can synthesize them and present them at the annual scientific meeting. We have prepared a lineup of exciting speakers for you today and tomorrow. And among them are the NAST academician Ernesto del Rosario, academician Virginia Cuevas, academician Cesar Saloma, academician Jose Maria Balmaceda, and from the UP College of Engineering, Dr. Leslie Joy Diaz, from the UP Marine Science Institute, Professors Maria Antoinette Huino Meñez and Maria Lourdes San Diego Maclone. Finally, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to DOST, in particular the DOST Region 1 group, Undersecretary for Regional Operations, Brenda Nazareth Manzano, for their continuous guidance and leadership. And I would like to thank, of course, Alaminos City for hosting this event. I would also like to thank all the participants from the academe, industry, local governments from the different regions in Luzon, and the entire scientific community for their constant commitment to support the Academy in the attainment of these goals. So let us maximize these 2 days to learn new ideas, share opinions, and produce significant recommendations. I would like to emphasize the need to work together in order to achieve our common goal to attain the Sustainable Development Goals until 2030. In order to do that, we should start being mindful of our actions as key players of the environment. So, thank you, and Let's see. Yes, so I think on that point, I'd like to, I guess the next speaker will represent DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña. Thank you.
Thank you, Academician Direct, for the overview of this scientific event and the other updates from the Academy. Thank you po. And it is time for us to call on the representative of our beloved Secretary, Fortunato de la Peña. May I now call on the Undersecretary for Regional Operations, Ms. Brenda Nazareth Manzano. A round of applause for.
Mayor Art Celeste, it's good to be back. Vice President Dr. Toby Dairit, distinguished national scientists and academicians present today who were earlier introduced by Dr. Dairit. Our DOST regional directors, ito iisa-isahin ko kasi hindi kayo tinawag kanina. So let me present the regional director from DOST CAR, Dr. Nancy Bantog. Of course, our host, DOST Region 1 Director, Dr. Arman Ganal, who celebrated his birthday yesterday. The representative of DOST Region 2. Yes, ma'am, please. Desi, si Meg. Si Virgie, hindi kita makita sa malayo, no? I have to wear my glasses. Our debonair, Regional Director of Central Luzon, Dr. JC Sikat. Our DOST Regional Director from Calabar Zone is represented by Dr. Lydia Mangiat. Of course, our beautiful host, MC, the Regional Director of DOST 4B, Dr. Nenette Abilay, and the OIC Regional Director of DOST 5, Miss Emmy Bagsip. I would also like to acknowledge our partners from the Academe and from the other LGUs who are present here today. Our friends from media, our distinguished speakers, honored guests and participants, good morning. The Secretary sends his apologies for not being with us today, as he is in an equally important event today. Mamaya, 10 o'clock, or is it already 10 o'clock, we will have the groundbreaking voyage and the inaugural run of the country's first ever hybrid electric train. Yung inaugural run will be conducted at PNRI Alabang Station in Muntinlupa, all the way to PNRI Binyan Station, and then back. So the Secretary will lead the general public. Medyo, for today, it's still a free ride. So allow me, oh my God. As in, oh my God, I forgot to recognize another very important and the youngest Regional Director of DOST-NCR. Umiiyak na yata. Director Jojo Patalinhug Jr., please. Kasi naman hindi ko ginagamit ang aking salamin eh. But he is the youngest regional director. So as I was saying, allow me to read the message of the secretary. Masantos ya kabwasan, or good morning. I welcome you all to the 2019 Luzon Regional Scientific Meeting here in Alaminos City, Pangasinan. This event is organized by the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines in partnership with the DOST Luzon Cluster Regional Offices hosted by DOST-1. It is the second in the series of regional scientific meetings already held in Visayas, now in Luzon and Mindanao, and these RSMs are held in preparation for the 41st Annual Scientific Meeting to be held on July 10 and 11, 2019, with the theme, Caring for the Country's Carrying Capacity. We acknowledge the efforts of DOST-Philippines in bringing the ASTM to the regions through the regional scientific meetings, supportive of the present administration's thrust of bringing science and development closer to the regions. Through the years, the DOST has been a trailblazer in the Philippines in terms of scientific and technological discoveries. Our vast array of achievements in various areas of science have resulted in greater opportunities, better care, and improved lives for our countrymen. As DOST leads the way in the country's scientific and technological efforts, DOST-Philippines has also been enthusiastic in recognizing achievements in science and technology and providing crucial scientific advice to the government on key issues in our society. This year's theme for the ASM and the regional scientific meetings take us to the depths of two of our country's major resources, our aquatic resources and human resources. The Philippines has one of the richest aquatic and marine resources in the world, with some of the rarest species of fish found in our waters. The rich fishing grounds of the West Philippine Sea and the Philippine rice, also known as the Benham rice, is found in our exclusive economic zone, giving us the exclusive rights to the benefits from the resources found in the area. However, continued decline in catch of some species of fish, such as the galunggong and tawilis, have been observed over the past few years. This is why DOST, through the Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic and Natural Resources Research and Development, or PICARD, has continuously shown its commitment in improving our fisheries and marine sector. We have assisted in countless research efforts, conducted fora, and partnered with different local government units, private and non-government organizations in a drive to bring our fisher folks out of poverty. Through PICARD-assisted projects, we are tirelessly exerting efforts in boosting our production of green mussels, aquaculture feeds, crabs, and tilapia, among others. Another challenge that our aquatic resources is facing is pollution, with plastics as the major pollutant. It can be remembered that during the cleanup of the Manila Bay 3 months ago, the government and thousands of volunteers were able to gather a whopping 45 tons of waste, mostly single-use plastics and plastic bottles. A 40 kilogram of plastic trash was also found inside a dead whale's stomach in Compostela Valley. With this problem at hand, the DOST Industrial Technology and Development Institute recently developed a biodegradable polymer, a more environment-friendly potential alternative to synthetic plastics. We also funded a new project that takes rubber and plastic waste as additives to asphalt concrete. Lastly, it is undeniable that the Philippines is a home to many talented and skilled individuals. We excel in practically every area of science, with our scientists gaining countless awards abroad. However, talent retention remains to be a challenge. As we consider the fact that many of our brilliant scientists and researchers leave our country in search for greener pastures, DOST works doubly hard to bring home our scientists through the Balik Scientist Program, which has recently been enhanced through the enactment of Republic Act number 11035. As today's activity progresses, I hope that we will have an effective and meaningful time in discussing these results, these issues, as they are vital for the betterment of our society. May we be able to make better decisions that will have a positive impact on the lives of our people. Together, let us work towards the realization of our goal of inclusive growth for all. I thank and congratulate DOST-Philippines and the DOST Luzon Regional Offices Cluster for organizing this two-day event. DOST stands united with DOST-Philippines in its goal of a progressive Philippines anchored on science. Thank you and mabuhay po tayong lahat. That's the message of our secretary. If you will allow me, I would like to take this opportunity to deliver some good news to you. The good news on our new program, the Science for Change program. Next slide, please. But as I will deliver the good news, the news are anchored on two keywords, key buzzwords, research and development and innovation. And let me just quickly define research and development so that we would all be in the same page. Research and development comprise creative work undertaken on a systematic basis in order to increase the stock of knowledge and the use of this stock of knowledge to devise new applications. Innovation, on the other hand, is a process, product, or service that is new, original, or improved, which creates social and economic value. Next slide, please. The good news is, if we look at the Global Innovation Index, it would show that our global innovation level is gradually increasing. And if we check at the components of the GII, we will see that the Philippines ranked number 17 in terms of graduates in science and engineering, and number 7 in terms of research talent. But we lack companies that do or conduct research and development. But at DOST, we produce 500 masters and PhDs per year in the last 4 years. But if we do not have research and development activities or high-value activities for these graduates, we will lose them. Next slide, please. Another good news, if you look at the R&D budget, this has also been of government departments. This has also been increasing each year, though it remains to be still at 0.6% of the Philippine government budget. We need to promote the results of research and development in order to make sure that our lawmakers and budget department take notice of our R&D, the contribution of R&D to social and economic development. Next slide, please. The good news, though, is that in 2016, we started formulating the harmonized national R&D agenda, and this is anchored on Ambisyon Natin 2020 and the DOST strategic plan, Science for the People approach, and this is divided into 5 areas: agriculture, aquatic, natural resources, health, industry, energy and emerging technology, disaster risk reduction and climate change, and of course, the basic research. Next slide, please. In the past, we used to conduct research to improve teaching capacity building. We were then teacher-centric, and our metrics were university ranking, number of PhDs per university, PRC passing rate, SHED, Center of Excellence, or Center of Development. In the recent past, we used to conduct research and development to contribute to the overall scientific knowledge. So it was peer-centric. And our metrics, among others, were publications, patents, and all that. But now, we are undertaking research and development as a tool for positive societal change. It is now society-centric, and our metrics are impact assessment, economic gains, number of startups. Next slide, please. So this is the good news. We have a Science for Change program, new program of the department with good budget. Essentially, the Science for Change program was created to accelerate science, technology, and innovation in the country in order to keep up with the developments of our time, wherein technology and innovation are game changers. So the Science for Change program incorporates the socio-economic agenda of the present administration, the Philippine Development Plan 2017-2022, the Science for the People approach, and the harmonized national R&D agenda. The Science for Change program has 4 components. One is program expansion on those 10 areas: health, renewable energy, nuclear science for energy, health, and agriculture, and all those 10 areas. Then we have, second component is a new program in 5 areas, like artificial intelligence, human security, R&D, and all that. We have the third component, a grand plan for S&T human resource development. We hope with this component, we would be able to approximate the UNESCO benchmark of 380 R&D personnel per million population, or we would have 16,652 STEM personnel working in R&D in the next 5 years. And the fourth component, next slide please. And the fourth component is the accelerated R&D program for capacity building of research and development institutions and industrial competitiveness. This program, this component has 4 sub-programs. One is the niche centers in the regions for research and development. Second is the R&D leadership, or the RD lead. Third is the collaborative research and development to leverage Philippine economy for RDIs and industry program, or our CRADLE program. And the fourth is the business innovation through science and technology for industry program. Next slide, please. Yeah, that's it. The NICER program capacitates higher education institutions in the regions to make significant improvement in regional research by integrating its development needs with the existing research and development capabilities and resources. The DOST, through the NICER program, provides, this is the good news, provides institutional grant for higher education institutions in the regions to undertake quality research that will catalyze and promote regional development. So far, or to date, we have already approved 14 NICERs, and we have none yet for Region 1. Wala pa, no? In progress pa. So we already have 2 for Region 3. We have 1 in Region 2, the Freshwater Fisheries Center, Center for Astronomy Research and Development in NCR. This is together with the Rizal Technological University. Then we have a Pili R&D Center in with Bicol University for Region 5, and all the way down to regions in Mindanao. The idea really is to have at least 1 NICER per region. So for Region 1, pinaprocess pa po yung ating proposal. But there are already proposals in the making, no? 2 proposals actually. Next slide, please. The RD lead, or RD leadership, complements the establishment of R&D centers by providing the mechanism to bring in experts and highly skilled professionals with strong leadership, management, and innovative policy-making proficiencies to be in charge of strengthening the research capabilities of the HEIs, or research development institutions in the regions. I would always emphasize that this is for the research and development institutions in the regions. Next slide, please. The next sub-program, this is also very interesting. This is the collaborative research and development to leverage Philippine economy program, or CRADLE, or the CRADLE program. And this aims to improve the innovation system in the country by creating the structure that facilitates the smooth transition of new knowledge and technologies from academe to the industries for practical use and application. Under this program, the private sector industry will identify the problem, and the HEI, or the RDI, in the region or elsewhere, will undertake the research and development. Together, the academe as producer of knowledge and manpower, and the industry as the entity that translates technologies to real-world applications, will generate new opportunities in the form of new industries, enterprises, jobs, and solutions. Solutions to regional problems, perhaps. But the cradle funding will go to the RDI or the HEI, who will do the research. Next slide, please. Quickly, this is the set of criteria that we follow in evaluating proposals for the Cradle project. And it has to be, the industry is in line with the priority R&D areas and industries identified by DOST-DTI. I hope you can read that, but it includes agri-processing, agriculture, fishery, and forestry, integrated circuit design, semiconductor, electronics, even the creative industry, ICT, food and nutrition, environment and climate change, manufacturing, infrastructure and logistics, industrial waste management, renewable energy, and even semiconductor and electronics. Our maximum funding, though, for this is just 5 million for a research project that will be conducted from 1 to 3 years. The partner company, at the start, we already should have a partner from the private industry. And the partner company will provide 20% as a counterpart. The 20% need not be cash. It can be in terms of person hour or raw material support and all that. No, it does not necessarily be in cash. But the key is that the partner agency will adopt the R&D output done through Cradle. Next slide, please. The next slide will just give you some examples or the Cradle projects that we have already approved. No? We have in agriculture, aquatic, and natural resources. Next slide, please. The food and food industry. This is one of the Cradle project here is the reinventing ice cream. This one, reinventing ice cream to a functional food matrix. This project aims to develop a symbiotic, that's prebiotic and probiotic ice cream using purple yam flour and mixed lactic acid bacteria culture. What is interesting here is that the problem came from a private sector in Zamboanga. And the one doing it is the researcher from UPLB. But the idea or the problem came from the industry, from the company Sugar and Ice Confections Incorporated. So I'm highlighting this just to point out that if the industry is in one region, the problem is in one region, if you don't have the RDI or the HEI in that region, the research can be done by an RDI from somewhere else, from other regions or from NCR. Next slide, please, is the examples of Cradle projects under ICT and electronics. Next slide, please. These are the things that we have to submit for the Cradle program. Of course, from the RDI or the HEI, they will do a full-blown proposal and a letter of intent signed by the private company and the partner HEI. And these are the documents or requirements that would be provided by the private company. Certification that the MSME will adopt the R&D output, a copy of their business permits and licenses, certificate of registration, financial statements for the past 3 years, and a business plan. The last component, sub-program of the fourth component is the BISTS, Business Innovation Through Science and Technology for Industry. This aims to level up the innovation capacity of the Philippine industrial sector through research and development and acquisition of strategic and relevant technologies to enhance their technology level and production processes. This program will contribute to the technology development value chain as it provides the means for industry to undertake research and development and acquire advanced technology for global competitiveness. So the BIST will provide financial assistance to private companies to undertake research and development and enhance their technological capacity. The financial assistance can be used for acquisition of high-tech equipment and machinery that will be used in the research, or it can be for technology licensing or acquisition of patent rights. So basically, next slide, these are the, next slide please. Next. Okay, so who are eligible, Filipino-owned companies or their consortium or organization operating in the Philippines for at least 3 years. So these companies are eligible to avail of this funding facility. Funding mechanism, as I have, this one is a multi-year project, 3 to 5 years yung research. There's a refund though. While we will only cover 70% of the cost of the equipment, that 70% will be refunded to the government in 3 to 5, on the third year, at no interest. Next slide, please. So we'll cover 70% of the cost of the equipment, and the private company will cover the 30%. And as I mentioned already, it will be refunded to the government on the third year. Kasi 3 to 5 years yung research project. The criteria proposals should also be aligned to the 10 priority industries that I've mentioned earlier. Next slide, please. The requirements, again, full-blown proposal, letter of intent, copy of business permits, certificate of registration, financial statements, and the curriculum vitae of management and technical team. Quickly, let me just, I think you're also aware of another major program, which is the setup. Kasi nako-confuse, ano ba difference ang setup and the BIST? Because both will be for acquisition of equipment. The main difference is that in the setup, or the Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program, the acquisition or the equipment should be used for in the operations or productivity improvement. Whereas in the BIST, it is for R&D activities. In setup, we cover 100% of the cost of the equipment. In the BIST, we will only cover 70%. In the setup, since these are MSMEs and this is for their productivity improvement in their operations, so refund will commence 1 year after the release of the funds, 1 year after we have installed the equipment. However, in the BIST, refund will commence on the third year. And for both programs, no interest will be charged in the refund. Okay. Quickly, these are some of the examples. Next slide, please. Of our setup project. And the next slide, please. Some of a comparison of some of the types of projects, setup and BIST. Like for example, in setup, you'll put up a water retort, vacuum fryer, spray dryer, vacuum sealer. But in in this, you'll need an R&D twin screw extruder, just as an example. So next slide, please. Next slide, please. I think that ends my presentation, and this is just an example of the beasts that we have also supported and is already really very successful. When we presented this in Bacolod, we were fortunate to have the scientists in the midst, during the forum. So with that, thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much. Jusik Brenda, please don't leave the stage. Mayor Art, where are you now? I was told that you have a little surprise for the USIC, so it is your time to surprise the USIC. And so I will proceed with my statement about USIC Brenda. Thank you for the good news about new technology, new information from R&D or empirical results that are timely, and of course the good news about the science for change. And meron surprise sa iyo si Mayor. Oh. Ito yung pinakita ni Mayor Art kanina, yung kanilang engineered bamboo production center. Galing na po ito doon sa kanilang center na yan. Engineered bamboo. Yung magandang project ni Mayor. Yan. Ladies, asan ba yung mga Ladies, tulungan natin magdala si... Ayan na. Mayor, please don't leave the stage. And also Yusek Bren, please stay pa. Kasi meron namang award sa iyo si RD Arman at saka si academician Dairit. Bibigyan natin ito kay Arman. Arman. Siya yung mag-award. Nabasahin ba to? Certificate of Appreciation to Mayor Arthur Celeste as guest speaker of the Luzon Regional Scientific Meeting. Signed, Fabian Dairit and Armando Ganan. May baon ka pa, Mayor. Nice meeting you po. And congratulations. So, salamat po, Mayor Art, Academician Dairit, and Yusik Brenda. Before I call on the next speaker, just to let you know po, as of now, we are 355 over here. We have 221 from government, academic 131, and private organizations 3. May I request our participants from the HEI or Academe Higher Education Institutes to stand up? Tayo po yung mga taga-school, university. Palakpakan po natin sila. Yan po, dami nila. Salamat po. Yung mga fellow workers in government, nasaan po sila? Yung hindi tumayo, sila yon. Palakpakan din po natin sila. At salamat po sa lahat sa pagdalo ninyo dito sa significant event na to. Ngayon naman po, to give a brief orientation on the different programs and services of the DOST Regional Office, we have the DOST 3 or Central Luzon Regional Director, Dr. Julius Cesar V. Sikat. Palakpakan po natin siya.
Thank you, RD Nenet. Gandang umaga po. Of course, my idol, Yusek Bren. Ang super mayor po natin, si Mayor Art. Umalis na yata. Our NAST academicians, led by Academician Fabian Dairitzer. My co-regional directors, the DOST personnel, of course, natutuwa po ako kanina, ang dami pala nating mga people from the SUCs, no? from the academic community, majority. Guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po. Ako po'y natutuwa na bigyan ng pagkakataon ang regional office to present ano ba naman yung ginagawa namin, no? In support of all these activities na ipinupush ng NAST and of the DOST and the academic community. Actually, my presentation was 45 slides kasi ang instruction is yung DOST regional office activities, pero sabi ko nga I only have 10 minutes and I have to trim it down to 11 slides. And ang sabi ko, alisin na yung iba. Baka magtaka kayo dun sa presentation ko kung kokonti. Pinaalis ko na yung ibang ginagawa namin just so makafocus tayo dun sa ating team which is caring for the country's carrying capacity. The DOST system, The DOST system po ay composed, hindi kasi nagbago dito sa monitor. Anyway, the DOST is composed of course of the OSEC. Meron po tayong Sectoral Planning Council, meron po tayong collegial bodies, meron tayong S&T services, meron tayong R&D institutes. At nasa ibaba po niyan yung 17 regional offices. I just made it a point to present this slide kasi po madalas ang akala nung iba, katulad sa meeting namin kahapon, akala nung iba yung PBOX hindi DOST. In the same manner na pag may bagyo, akala ng iba ang Pag-asa is a separate entity. Well, it's under one umbrella for the information of everyone. At ang foot soldiers, ang mga dakilang foot soldiers po ang mga tao sa regional offices. Kasi kami po yung nagiging link sa inyong lahat, sa academic community, sa business sector, in trying to bring down the output ng ating mga scientists, ng ating mga researchers, papunta sa mga nangangailangan. The DOST regional offices po ay halos pare-parehas po kami ng ginagawa or niro-roll out kasi these are products of national planned activities. At kilalang-kilala po ang regional offices in terms of technology transfer and commercialization. And since 2002 po, nakilala ang regional offices because of the set-up program or the Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program. Ito po yung nagiging behikulo kung paano ang mga teknolohiyang nagagawa ninyong lahat ay naidadala po natin sa mga negosyante. Meron din po kaming Grant in Aid program. Ito naman po yung ina-access karaniwan ng ating mga SUCs, ng ating mga LGUs para po maging partners tayo in trying to promote and make use and make relevant the technology or the intellectual property products na output po ninyong lahat. We likewise have the community empowerment through science and technology, which focuses on the disadvantaged communities, yung mga tao pong talagang nangangailangan ng tulong. At ito pong tatlong programang ito ay siya pong nagtutulak or pupush para po ang Department of Science and Technology ay lalong makilala sa ating komunidad. Now, pasensya na yung mga ibang regional directors, no? But I would like to focus more on the different programs. We actually have hundreds of different projects under our priority sectors, and a very clear majority are focused on food processing, for which most of you know the DOST, but I would like to emphasize that we also push projects on, say, biogas technology. Dito po sa Luzon area, very strong po ang ating waste management projects. That's why we have been actively pushing biogas technology, especially for Calabarzon and Central Luzon, and also the solid waste management projects on bioreactor and similar technologies. Sa Central Luzon po, we also had been pushing for solar, for the use of solar power. At I would like to mention that our MC, Dr. Abilay, is one of the pioneers sa pagpupush ng use ng solar power, especially sa Mimaropa. As well as environment-friendly technologies that promote agricultural and aquatic productivity. So hindi naman po sa sinasaklawan namin yung activities ng Department of Agriculture, but we are introducing technologies that would improve productivity of our farmers and fisher folk. Katulad po ng nabanggit ng ating USEC kanina, ay may R&D budget din po ang iba-ibang department, although ang DOST ay mayroong mahigit 7 billion allotted for R&D. In support for our push for effective S&T-based commercial enterprises, the DOST regional offices also provide the corollary technology consultancy services that include packaging and labeling, consultancy services on industries, on agriculture. We also give services on energy audits, of course, in partnership with our RDIs and SUCs. We also push for food safety audits and compliance systems. In fact, very strong po ngayon ang mga activity namin in trying to regulate food enterprises, food peddlers, restaurants, and all, even the mobile sellers of food products, such that they may be regulated and they may comply with the food safety standards. We also provide the necessary push needed in our quest in attaining yung pinakita po ni Yusek Bren kanina na UNESCO benchmark, the 380 R&D personnel per million population. So very strong po ang participation ng regional offices in terms of having our students access the scholarship programs of the government. And we are very proud to say that with all these efforts po, we are almost 100% ng lahat ng municipalities ay meron na po tayong mga DOST scholars. Ibig sabihin, these scholars when they graduate would be the champions of S&T in their own respective hometowns. These technology support initiatives are also complemented by mentoring activities. Hindi lang po technology and technical trainings ang pinoprovide namin. Katulad po ng DOST Mimaropa, meron po sila yung community-based enterprise mentoring program para po holistic ang ating pag-assiste sa ating mga enterprises. May technical na, meron pang business acumen, no? So, ganun po, yan po yung mga karaniwang ginagawa namin sa lahat ng regional offices ng DOST. Competitiveness cannot be pursued without thinking about compliance with international standards. To pursue this, DOST established laboratories all over the country. At ang amin pong laboratories, meron po tayong chem lab, meron po tayong microbiological laboratory, at mayroon din po tayong calibration metrology laboratory services. And all of these are ISO 17025 accredited. So ang results po niyaan ay recognized all over the world And we are very proud to say that these laboratories have been addressing the testing needs of our enterprises and likewise of our researchers, no? Kasi karaniwan po, lalong-lalo na yung ating mga student researchers, palagi po silang nangangailangan ng testing services to make sure that the results of their investigatory projects, of their thesis, are acceptable. And in order for us to make sure that all of these testing services are accessed by our target clients, we established the one lab or one laboratory. Dati initially one laboratory nationwide, ngayon one laboratory worldwide. This is a system wherein you could bring your samples to our laboratories. Halimbawa sa San Fernando, Pampanga, kailangan mo ng halal testing service. You don't have to go to Region 4A or to Region 12 or Region 11 to have your sample tested. Sa amin lang po ninyo ibibigay, kami na ang bahalang magpadala ng sample. In the same manner, pag kailangan sa Region 1 ng furniture testing service at wala naman pong furniture testing facility ang laboratory namin sa Region 1, the RSTL1 would take care of bringing your furniture sample to FPRDI in Los Baños, Laguna, and you would get the test results through the RSTL Region 1. So ganun po yung mga gamut of services that we provide. And it includes halal testing. We also have rubber testing laboratories sa Region 9. And all of these could be accessed through the One Lab portal. Yan po yung mga common projects namin. But we also have special services present in all regional offices. Meron po kasing mga unique needs ang ating mga kliyente sa mga rehiyon. So we also promote and roll out national projects such as the community empowerment through science and technology. We have the Pangasinan project roll out. Ito po ay, I believe all of you know the Pangasinan project because this is an internationally recognized initiative. The Pangasinan plant growth promoter, which had shown that it can increase yield of rice by 15 to 30% and the yield of mung bean by as much as 200%. At ngayon po tuloy-tuloy yung pagsasaliksik sa paggamit ng Pangasinan plant growth promoter para po sa iba pang mga crops, no? We also roll out other projects na wala po dyan sa slide natin. We have the deployment of emergency warning systems. We have the complementary food, we have the one store, and I would like to mention again kasi baka mapagalitan ako ng ating MC, DOST-Mimaropa likewise supports the adoption of transponder technology to improve the communication system to aid in improving disaster resiliency. This is using the LoRaWAN technology or Long Range Wide Area Network. Una kong nakita yung LoRaWAN nung nagpunta kami sa Australia the other month, no? That it is very useful talaga in terms of making our weather monitoring systems send the data to the central monitoring station. The OST regional offices, as I mentioned earlier, have special projects that are unique to the region. And I would like to apologize to my regional directors kasi ako may hawak ng mic. So one full slide sa akin, ha. So yung solar po, sinundan namin, we developed sa Region 3 yung continuous solar charging system for electric vehicles kasi po we believe that this could show the way towards reducing our dependence on fossil fuel. And this had been 1 year na pong tumatakbo yan using solar, and until now, nagagamit po namin yan for free ride sa government center sa Central Luzon, sa San Fernando, Pampanga. We also would be launching this July the Severe Weather Amphibious Navigator or SWAN. This is a fissured panded technology And I would like to thank DOST-4A kasi sila yung nag-umpisa niyan with their toad. Nilakihan lang namin ngayon, swan na. Papalaki po ng papalaki. Likewise, we have been developing the BPSU Kaalaman application, this would aid our agricultural technicians in identifying the problems ng ating mga plants. We initially started with rice. So si farmer or si technician, basta may dala siyang smartphone, picturean lang niya si rice plant, i-identify na doon anong disease or anong pest yung meron at bibigyan na siya ng mga recommendations on how to address this. No, so these are but some of the technologies that we have been developing at DOST Region 3. Other special projects are yung katulad po ng Integrated Gold Copper Mineral Processing Pilot Plant. Of course, ito naman ay nasa DOST Cordillera, meron din po ito sa Davao, meron din ito sa Caraga, and I believe tatayo na rin ito sa Bicol region. This is technology that aims to reduce the use of mercury and other harmful heavy metal sa ating mga mines. Although alam naman natin medyo binabantayan na talaga yung mga operations ng mga mines natin. We also have been establishing, as Yusek Brenda mentioned earlier, through the NICER program, we have been establishing innovation centers and R&D centers all over the Philippines. We have food innovation centers all over the Philippines. We have Metal Innovation Center in Region 2 and Region 3. We have Citrus R&D Center in Region 2, Tamarind R&D Center in Region 3 in Pampanga, Potato R&D Center in Benguet, Sweet Potato R&D Center in Camiling Tarlac, Freshwater Fishery R&D Center in Region 2, Mushroom R&D Center in the Pipeline. We have Handloom Weaving Innovation Center in Mountain Province, Engineered Bamboo, of course, sa Region 1, Hazard and Natural Disaster Awareness for Kids or Handa for Kids by DOST NCR, Hands-on, Minds-on Microscale Chemistry or Laboratory in a Box, Homomich by NCR, and Crab Meat Canning Facility sa Region 5. And I forgot to mention, kalolaunch lang din po ng Abaca Technology Innovation Center in Catanduanes. So these are but some of the region-specific centers and research facilities that DOST had been pushing para po sa unique needs ng ating mga rehiyon. And aside from developing various innovative IT projects, DOST Calabarzon is now the host of the Organo-Mineral Pilot Production Plant. This is a very useful technology in addressing the pollutants, na maaari naman nating ma-address at maalis sa ating yung nuisance niya sa ating environment. These are but a few of the relevant innovative projects and programs being handled by DOST regional offices, your, if I may say, partner in regional development. Sabi po nila, walang forever. Pero sa DOST, we commit to be your partner forever in pushing for innovation in the countryside. Because as the President of the land had said, if you do not innovate, we perish. So yan po ang in a nutshell ang mga activities ng DOST regional offices. Maraming salamat po sa inyong attention.
Thank you, RDJC, for reintroducing the silent workers in regional offices of Luzon and the entire country. Kayo po, mga audience dito, silent po kasi busy masyado, sub-sub. Yun po, kaya tahimik lang. So, salamat sa pag-reintroduce. At kayo po mga nandito from the HEIs, from fellow government workers at the private organizations who are here, kayo po ay pwede namin maging client and also partner, depende po sa project. So lapit na po kayo sa pinakamalapit na provincial office ninyo. Bawat province po ay merong provincial office, dagdag dyan, merong regional office. Ang regional office po ay usually nasa capital city or capital town ng province. Yan nandyan po. Ngayon dito po, na we are in Pangasinan, napaka-wide ng Pangasinan, may dalawa po ditong provincial office. Pero ang isa po yung legal, yung isa medyo kolorom. Hindi, joke lang po. Ibig ko sabihin dahil para maabot talaga kayo ay napaka-creative ng RD natin dito, nagdagdag siya ng opisina, wala naman dagdag na resources. So, ganun po, creative lang siya. So, para po mas madali nyo malapitan ang DOST. Yun po. Pag hindi nyo po alam kung nasan office namin, itanong sa Kapitolyo o di kaya sa office ng mayor ng capital town or capital city. Sigurado alam po nila. By the way, yung tatlong private sector po, sino po ba sila yung from the private sector na nag-register? Pwede po ba kayong mapatayo? Nasaan po sila? Nahiya. Pero salamat po sa pagdalo kasi kayo ang hanap namin talaga po na maka-learn, matuto pwede namin magawa para sa inyo at makapartner po sa services delivery namin sa countryside. Salamat po. Ngayon po, does everybody know what DOST-Philippines as one of the agencies of DOST can do for each and every one of you who are here? Alam ba natin ano pwede magawa ng DOST para sa atin? So to give us an idea, may we have on stage the director of DOST. Ms. Luningning is Marta Domingo to talk about recognizing excellence in science and technology. Ms. Ningning.
Hello, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. After listening to the very enlightening presentation of Undersecretary Brenda Manzano and Director Sikat about the different opportunities being given by science and technology to our researcher scientists and to all of us to develop our country and of course enrich ourselves, I would like to present to you the role of NAST in the whole setup of science and technology. So what is NAST? NAST is not a university. We are not an academic institution. NAST is a collegial body composed of the top scientists of this country. So kung thousands po ang ating mga researcher scientists na kulang pa rin sila sa pananaw natin para tayo umunlad, ang NAST po ay, ang miyembro lang niya ay 71 out of the 1,000. 71 po. And out of the 71, 13 lamang po ang national scientists. So NAS, anong main mandate ng NAS? To give recognition to outstanding achievers in science and technology. Nasa na yung slide ko, Darla. And because we have with us the top scientists in our country, we are also given a mandate to give advice to the President in his cabinet. We are also to engage in programs and projects to recognize outstanding achievements in science and technology and embark on programs and projects that is being done by an Academy of Science. So ano-ano po ang mga recognition being given by the National Academy of Science and Technology? Palagay ko, wala pa yung presentation. But since I've been with NAS for several years, I can discuss it to you without a presentation. Okay, so first, ang recognition mandate ng NAS is to recommend to the President of the Philippines the highest rank and title given to a man of science in the country. Yung pong nakatulong sa ating bansa na top scientist. Ang title po dun sa rank and title na yon ay National Scientist. And with us today is only one national scientist. We have with us National Scientist Lourdes Cruz. Ma'am, nasaan po kayo? Pakitayo to be recognized because according to the law, the national scientists and national artists should be given recognition in state functions and in functions on science and technology. So yun po. But before you become a national scientist, you are to be a member of NAST. So 71 lang po ang living members ng NAST. Out of the 71, 13 lang po ang living national scientist. Meron pa pong iba-ibang awards ang binibigay ng NAST. But NAST also give recognition to our Filipino scientists na nag-option mag-work abroad, but helping the Philippine science community even if they are abroad. Kasi from time to time, they come here and give advice. So we consider them as corresponding member. But membership to NAST is not by application. It is by peer recognition. So kung kayo po interesado maging members ng NAST, if you think you are qualified, hindi po kayo makakakuha ng application form sa aming website at sa amin. Because only NAST members can nominate. So dapat po makilala nila kayo. So tama po yan, nag-a-attend po kayo ng mga events ng NAST, pag iniimbitahan kayong resource persons, then be with us. So may mga awards pong binibigay ang NAST next. Ito po. And we encourage those na heads of institutions, research institutions, to send nominations dito sa mga awards na ito. Every last working day of November po siya isinasubmit. So, pwede pong tandaan nyo. And if you think na may mga qualified kayong mga staff or employees or researcher scientists, then please do so. Nasa NAST website po ang announcement. May cash prize po siya. Yung outstanding ang scientist, meron po siyang age requirement, 40 years below. So ito po. Next. Because we are the recognition body of the whole government in science and technology, we had been requested by DOST several years ago to handle the National Science and Technology Week Awards for DOST. So kami din po ang nag-screen for these awards and recommend to the Secretary of DOST the winner of the following awards. And just a few years back, nag-start na din po ang DOST to give International Book Award and Patent Awards na ang nag-initiate ay si National Scientist Lourdes Cruz. Next. Meron pong mga programs ang NAST na umiikot sa different parts of the country, bringing with us the scientists para po sila mismo makakausap ng mga youth and also ng mga researchers. We have the NAST lecture series and the NAST symposium for the youth. So dito po, usually we bring with us national scientists, NAST members, and NAST awardees. So nakakarating po sila kung saan-saan, sa Batanes, sa Palawan, lahat po ng regions na puntahan na namin. And if you are interested for the NAST program to go to your place, pwede pong sharing of cost. Next. Ito po is a program initiated by National Scientist Lourdes Cruz, the Research Utilization Performance Evaluation Program, na dati it's a project with the DOST but now it is downloaded sa NAST. So this is a program of NAST. May module po siya, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first module is about how to write proposals. The second one is how to write in international publications. And the third and fourth module is about sustainability. So if you are interested, you can discuss this with Dr. Cruz and with us. Siya po kasi ang nagmamanage ng whole project na ito except for Module 1 na the outstanding young scientist awardees of NAST ang tumutulong sa amin. Next. So as I mentioned before, because we have with us the top scientists of the country, we are given the mandate to give advice to the President and his cabinet. And Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, we are fortunate, nire-recognize po niya ang mandate na ito. So nanghingi po siya talaga ng advice sa amin, nakikinig siya. And then kami po pwedeng magdiretso ng advice sa President of the Philippines, but usually we pass it through the office of the DOST Secretary. So, hindi naman po namin sinasabing lahat ng expertise nasa amin kasi nga po, limited ang numbers. So, we conduct different activities to come up with recommendations and policies. Like we conduct information forum, legislative forum, we also conduct roundtable discussions. But the main activity of this function is the annual scientific meeting of NAS. We usually have it second Wednesday and Thursday of July. And for this year, we have this topic, caring for the country's carrying capacity, and it is being organized by the Mathematical Physical Sciences Division of NAS. Nang chair po ay ang aming Vice President, si Dr. Fabian Dairit. So, we've been to Leyte, Visayas portion, and now we are here in Luzon. And June, we will be in Mindanao. So, tinatahi po ni Dr. Dairit at ng mga kasamahan niya ang mga nangyayari sa different regional meetings at pinipresent sa yung nangyari sa Leyte will be presented here also in summary. And then what will happen here will be presented in Mindanao. Isa-summarize po nila yon. And the whole thing, even the recommendations that will be presented this July will be representing or reflect all the suggestions and recommendations in the different regions we've been. We also bring our scientists and even our awardees to the different parts of the country through the Speakers Bureau. So yung pong mga regional directors present and then PSTCs present, if you have concerns on science and technology, you can ask for NAS advice through our Speakers Bureau. And we can send scientists, researchers there. So as I mentioned before, we are to embark on programs similar to that of other academies of science. So ang NAS po ay hindi nag-iisang Academy of Science sa mundo. Meron po, kaya po naging NAS, Philippines kasi a few years back, ang Nepal po nagpunta dito sa Pilipinas. Ginaya nila kami, pati po yung aming acronym na NAST, ginaya din nila. Kaya kami nagkaroon ng comma kasi sila, Nepal Academy of Science and Technology. Kaya yung sa amin, nilagyan namin National Academy of Science and Technology, Philippines. So under this linkage function, we can exchange scientists, exchange information, and do collaborative work. So, eto po yung mga sample ng academies. You can check our website. And they can visit you. Under our agreement, you can invite the scientists, provided you will be shouldering the local hospitality, the accommodation and transportation, but the sending site will be sending the scientists here. Because we are the repository of all the information about our top scientists, NAS to Republic Act 9107 established the Philippine Science Heritage Center. It is located in Bicutan. But there are some programs of the Philippine Science Heritage Center that goes to the different parts of the country, like the symposium, Salinlahi Guro ng Siyensya, and the Salinlahi Evolution. So itong pong program na ito, you can also avail of it if you are interested. But the audience usually is yung pong mga school children. For those who are in the government service, present here now, you may be interested in the scientific career system, especially if you're doing R&D and you think that you have enough experience, exposure, publications to fit sa requirement of being a scientific career scientist. Ito po is a system of recruitment, career progression, recognition of the scientists in the public service. Pwede pong sumusweldo kayo ng salary equivalent to that of a USEC, pero you're not doing the USEC job, but what you are doing is R&D. So it's possible in this system. You are also receiving RATA and MC under this system. So yun po ang mga opportunities being given by NAST to our scientists and researchers who are doing quality and good research and helping this country develop and improve the life of the Filipinos. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Ningning. So, kilala na po natin ang NAST. Ganun pala, NAST Philippines. Ganun pala ang ginagawa ng NAST Philippines. Baka po kayo na ang next qualified NAST awardee. Alam na po natin kung ano ang gagawin ngayon. Yun po. Pwede ko po bang pakiusapan o imbitahan na ngayon nakilala na po natin ang NAST, baka mas maa-appreciate na natin ngayon ang ginagawa ng ating mga academician at saka national scientist. Pwede ko po bang i-request o imbitahan ang ating mga academician at ang nag-iisang national scientist na tumayo pong muli para makilala po tayo. At palakpakan po natin sila. Yan. Marami po kayo kanina. Bakit? Ito pa pala. Meron pa po sa harap. Yan. Salamat po. So alam na po natin o ano ang kanilang pinagkakahirapan. Yun po. Salamat po. Yun. So ito po Luzon Regional Scientific Meeting natin is the second in the year. Annually po ginagawa. For 2019, ito po yung pangalawa. Yung nauna yung Visayas and then ngayon Luzon and then susunod na po yung sa Mindanao. Meron pa pong sasabihin ang ating Vice President ng NAST Philippines, briefing daw sir, o educate nyo pa raw kami ano yung Regional Scientific Meeting at Annual Scientific Meeting. Siya din po ang chair ng Mathematical and Physical Sciences Division or MPSD ng NAST. Dr. Dairit, mag-educate ka pa daw po sa amin ng ASM at saka RSM according to the script. Okay. So, we may now call on you to come on the stage po. So, palakpakan po natin si Academician Dairit.
Okay, I would like to give the audience a background on what the activities of this year's annual scientific meeting. So, as already mentioned, the theme for the annual scientific meeting is caring for the country's carrying capacity. So, next slide. And next slide, please. So as I mentioned in my introduction, this is the third year that NASA has been pursuing the SDG goals. There are 17 of them. For the 41st annual scientific meeting, we will focus on 3 specific topics. The first one is plastic waste. The second is sustainable marine food security. And the third is sustainable education, talent development, and retention. So in each of the 3 regional scientific meetings, we will tackle these 3 topics. Pero iba-iba yung mga magsasalita. So the first regional scientific meeting in Tacloban, there were 3 speakers. I was one of them. And talking on plastic waste. And the topic was more on the rational management of plastic. In this regional scientific meeting, the speakers will focus more on the scientific and technical aspects of plastics, in particular biodegradable plastics. And then in the third regional scientific meeting, the main topics will be on yung mga biological effects nila on organisms and health. Kaya kung interesado kayo dun sa pangatlong topic, ay pumunta kayo sa General Santos in June. The same thing will be for the second topic, which is the sustainable marine food security. Nung unang regional scientific meeting, pinag-usapan yung global changes in climate and the need for feed for aquaculture. At this regional scientific meeting, iba na naman ang magiging set of presenters. We have some experts from MSI. And the third regional scientific meeting, still other topics related to sustainable marine food security will be discussed. And the same thing will be for sustainable education. So iba-iba yung mga topics. Ngayon, itong mga output ng tatlong regional scientific meetings will be synthesized and presented at the annual scientific meeting. So next slide, please. So this is the plastic waste. So the focal person is academician Evelyn May Texan Mendoza, and there are 4 members. So 3 of us are here. Dr. Mendoza is here. Dr. Del Rosario will be speaking, and I'm here as Vice President. And the main question is, can we develop a science-based strategy on the design, use, reuse, recycling, and disposal of plastics? So next slide, please. The second topic is on sustainable marine food security. And the speakers, our academician Guerrero is with us today. And academician Alino is also with us today. And the main question for this topic is, what are the challenges to the attainment of sustainable marine food security? And next slide. The third topic is sustainable education, talent development and retention. The focal person is academician and former DOST Secretary William Padulina. And with us today is academician Cesar Saloma, and Jose Maria Balmaceda, who will talk about this topic of education. So the main question here is, how is the Philippines responded to the urgent need to make available the critical mass of highly trained individuals in the public and private sector to help craft and implement the country's development agenda? So ito yung tatlong topic na papag-usapan. So next slide. And this is just the listing of the 3 regional scientific meetings. So the first one already is finished in Tacloban. We're holding the second one, and then the third one will be in General Santos in June. So next slide. Next slide, please. So as I mentioned, the results of all 3 regional scientific meetings will be summarized. There will be resolutions drafted after each of the regional scientific meetings. This will be synthesized and presented at the annual scientific meeting. Next slide. So on that, I think we see this as an important opportunity for the region, Northern Luzon, and those of you present to contribute your ideas and feedback on these 3 important topics that we will be discussing. So I hope you all listen and participate. All of the proceedings will be recorded, and this will be synthesized and presented at the annual scientific meeting. So maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Academician Darit. So, hindi po, ganito na lang, mas maganda sabihin. So, nakita po natin na very worthwhile yung pagpunta natin dito kasi po pwede marinig ang boses natin sa policy making. Kaya po ini-encourage po tayo ni Academician Darit na sa open forum mag-participate po tayo para marinig po ang mga boses natin sa specific issues na mga topic na papag-usapan para makarating po sa annual scientific meeting at para makarating po sa kinauukulan. Yun po. Di ba po, maganda naman ang, hindi ba pala, maganda talaga ang objective ng ating scientific meeting. Yun po. Sustainable marine security, parang applicable sa atin lahat dito sa Pangasinan. Ano po, kami rin sa Mimaropa. At nga pala, please allow me one lang po. Sa kanina, hindi namin na-input kay RDJC kasi po ito, hindi alam ng marami ang native pig. Kami po ang may na niche R&D Center ng native pig for recognition soon. Alam niyo po kung bakit? Kailangan, yun daw pong native pig, mas resilient sila kapag may disaster. Alam na po ba natin yon? Kaya po, pinupurify po natin ang lines para makadevelop ng purebred na native pig. Para yun na lang aalagaan natin sa countryside para bumagyo man o ano, buhay pa rin may kakainin tayo after the bagyo or what. So, kaya kala natin ano-ano lang yung native pig, mahalaga pala. Di ba po? Yan po. So, ngayon po ay oras ng pasasalamat. We will not be here today without the generous support of our partners, of course. Thus, we want to acknowledge the following for making this event possible. Nakita po natin kanina si Mayor Arceleste, yung local government of Alaminos City, very supportive po sa event na to. Kaya nandito tayo ngayon sa convention center nila. So, palakpakan po natin ang local government of Alaminos City. Malaki din po ang ambag ng Alaminos City Police Station led by Police Superintendent Orlando A. Mirando Jr. Palakpakan po natin ang PNP ng Alaminos. Of course, ang ating major partner sa ating delivery of services ay mga SUC. Dito po ay ang Pangasinan State University led by President Dexter R. Butid. Pasalamatan po natin ang hindi ko po kasi masabing PSU. Meron din akong PSU, Palawan State U. Tapos ito, Pangasinan State U. PSU ba kayo din? PSU na dalawa tayo. Baka naman Pangsu. O di kaya Palsu. No, pareho kasi PSU. Kaya hindi ko pa sabing PSU eh. Kaya PSU, Palawan State U yun eh. Diba po? Pero nasa Pangasinan tayo. So PSU, Pangasinan State U. Sige po. Ngayon, at ang mga DOST regional offices sa Luzon na kanina po ay natawag na ng aming bossing na si Yusik Brenda. Natawag na po kami isa-isa na lahat po talaga very strong ang support. Just the same, palakpakan po natin ang ating mga sarili for working hard to make this event successful enough. And siguro po dadagdag ko na lang, tayo daw please yung mga provincial science and technology directors na nandito or ang PSTD. Tayo na. Ng Luzon. Sino? Wala ba? Marami kayo eh. No, wala? Nasa labas. So marami pong, sa amin po, ang tawag namin, provincials, ayun pala, yung mga taga Calabarzon, nandun. Nandito, taga Bicol. Yun. Yun ang nakita ko. Hindi ko kilala yung iba. Sorry ha, hindi ko kasi tumayo. Yun po. Ano ba, nakalimutan ko ano sinasabi ko. Anyway po, yun nga, pinapasalamatin natin lahat ang kanilang utmost support and efforts in this regional scientific meeting here in Alaminos City, Pangasinan. Ngayon po, bago tayo magpaalaman, ay tatawagin natin para naman medyo ma-entertain po tayo, maaliw po tayo through a short intermission. Let us give a round of applause to Alaminos City National High School. Let us maximize time habang inaayos po nila, may announcement. The Resolutions Committee will meet at the mini conference 2 at 5 p.m. or immediately after plenary session 2. Ulit po, Resolutions Committee, magmi-meet daw po kayo sa mini conference 2 alas 5 or immediately after the plenary session 2. Ready na kayo, boys and girls? O sige, take it away. Alaminos City National High School. Palakpakan mo natin.
Binungi.
Thank you, boys and girls of the Alaminos City National High School. Magaling ang trainer nila with matching facial expression. Oh, yan ang turo sa akin ng teacher ko nung grade school. Kailangan smile habang nagpo-folk dance. O, magaling sila. O anyway, bago ko basahin yung kasunod sa script, I would like to call on NAS Director Ningning. Meron daw si Ma'am Ningning ng mga announcements. Dito ka na, Ma'am. Diyan ka na lang.
Hello. Announcement lang po to all. We would like to encourage you to register sa registration counter. Mahigpit po ang pangangailangan ng aking namin na mag-register kayo. Kasi po, yung pong bibigyan lang ng meals, ay yung pong may ID na ganito na mapapakita. So, for those who intend to take their lunch and PM snacks here today and tomorrow, please register doon po sa counter para po makasama kayo sa bilang at mabigyan at ma-serve ng food. Thank you very much.
Ganun. Thank you. Mahalaga po yung announcement ni Director Ningning. Yun po. So yun pong intermission that ends our opening ceremony. Pero meron po akong counting sentences na kailangan basahin sa script. At 1 p.m., the scientific program will begin with the plenary session 1, Plastic Pollution, to be moderated by DOST and CRRD, Jojo Patalinhog. We would like to invite everyone to like and follow DOST-Philippines social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and use the official hashtag 2019 Luzon RSM. Again, that's at DOST-PHL on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just a reminder as well, your regional scientific kit, yun pong mga long brown envelope, yun po ang kit. Should contain the event evaluation form, souvenir program, and NAST brochures. Nandiyan po yung mga announcement nila sa mga programs nila at saka yung mga awards na pinamimigay ng NAST. May I remind everyone also to kindly accomplish the evaluation form and submit it to the registration area at the end of the event in exchange for your certificate. So no evaluation form, no certificate. Yun po ang ibig sabihin nun. Also, note that the copies of the presentations in PDF format will be available at the NAST website, which is www.nast.ph. So, yun po. Maraming salamat po muli, and may everyone have scientific days ahead. Enjoy your lunch. Bye-bye.